Welcome to Millionaire Mindset, where we give you ways and advice to achieve financial freedom. Being financially intelligent does not come naturally, as it is a skill or a talent that should be learned and eventually mastered. It is not an easy skill, that's why you take everything you can get. There are countless sources on YouTube and the internet, so it is easier than ever. And today, we are teaching you 15 things that financially intelligent people don't do. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Number 1. Buy friendship. We all know someone just so generous when it comes to their friends. They're always the ones who buy rounds of drinks and take the bill at restaurants. Everyone likes them, and that's their only goal more often than not. They're willing to spend money just to earn status points, but we're not suggesting to be stingy all the time. You just have to know that there's a proper place and time for everything. You also need to be aware of when others are taking advantage of you. Number 2. Upgrading for the sake of upgrading. You have to know the price-quality ratio of every expense you make. This includes upgrading your things. There's no problem with upgrading if it will help your life. But if you're just upgrading just because society tells you to, then you will strain your wallet and be disappointed. Number 3. Pay full price. You might know some people that are just addicts when it comes to being the first to buy new products or gadgets. They're willing to pay the full price just to flex them. These people may have insecurity issues. People who are smart with money don't do that. They instead compare prices first by checking with other stores if the price is lower. If there isn't, they have a backup plan to negotiate or wait until the price drops. Number 4. Buy into the hype. Related to number 3, people who are smart with money don't buy things just because of the hype. They don't care about fear of missing out or FOMO. Just look at the crypto market right now. Some coins are just built on the hype, and people who fell into them became much poorer than before. If you're willing to sell your house just to invest in an unstable market, then you need to reassess your life decisions. Number 5. Choose cheaper alternatives. Yes, you heard it right. People who are money smart don't settle for cheaper alternatives. They know the relationship between price and quality. Think of it like this. You buy a car tire 30% cheaper than the original, but has only half the shelf life. So for example, if a standard car tire costs $100 and you buy the cheaper $70 one, you will spend $40 more in the long term. Not to mention the hassle of replacing tires and the danger it can bring. Lesser price usually means lower quality, so you should always buy the best that you can afford. Number 6. Do it purely for luxury. Many people think that billionaires buy private jets and helicopters just to flex their wealth, but that's wrong. Wealthy people know that time is money, and they know the difference between luxury and convenience. Buying jets might be a bit over the top, but if it helps them cut through the hassle of booking a flight and going to the airport, it is much preferable. Wealthy people will do anything just to buy more time. Number 7. Buying versus renting. Believe it or not, the smarter option from a financial standpoint is to rent rather than to buy. There are several advantages to renting. Like it gives people flexibility and they don't have to worry about every minor and major repair needed. Especially if you're just starting with your financial journey. It might be more beneficial to rent. Number 8. Mistakes. Let me clarify. People who are smart with money do make mistakes, but they know the limits of their capabilities. For example, you tried to fix your sink despite having no experience in plumbing whatsoever. It resulted in you making the problem even bigger. At that point, you call an actual plumber to do the job. You might even be charged more because of the mess that you've created. Not only do you waste money, but your time and dignity as well. That's what we mean by saying smart people know the limits of their capabilities. They focus on their strengths and they outsource their weaknesses. Number 9. Leverage affection. When you feel like your relationship is shaky and on the rocks, you start buying expensive gifts and dinner for your partner to save the relationship. It is a sign to end it. There are two problems with your situation right off the bat. First, your partner must be a super toxic person because they are staying just for the gifts. And second, a relationship hanging on expensive gifts and dinners only will never last. It's like applying glue on a road crack. Number 10. Waste energy. We sometimes take energy for granted. We waste a lot of it and get mad when our utility bills arrive. It's an endless cycle. That's why people who are smart with money invest in switching to devices that are more energy efficient. They knew that even though they were more expensive, their return long time would be worth it. But we're not saying to empty your wallet to install solar panels on your roof. But if you start today and with baby steps, you go a long way. It's not just your bank account that will become happy, but Mother Nature as well. Number 11. Add-ons. Most add-ons are just pocket emptiers and unnecessary. You don't need additional designs on the body of your car. You don't need an extra baggage allowance on your flight. You don't need an extra warranty on your laptop and so on. Again, you got to remember the price-quality ratio. Number 12. Believe in state-sponsored retirement. We talked about this in the previous video. Most people still choose to rely on their government's social security for their retirements. According to a 2020 study, almost half of Americans are at risk of not being able to cover their living expenses throughout retirement. People who are smart with money don't rely on their government or even other people for financial help. That's why they create a robust retirement plan while they're still young, so that when the time comes that their body can't handle work anymore, their retirement will be covered. Number 13. Buy the first house they like. Much like with other products, people who are smart with money will consider every possible option when buying a house. They know that it is a big investment, so they don't want to mess it up. They might see a place that checks all the boxes, but the price is the most important thing to consider. You might say that this is a low balling, but that's not. If a salesman doesn't want the offer, a deal will not proceed. It's simple as that. Smart people just always want to take their chances. Number 14. Diamonds. This might be more specific than others, but there's a reason why millennials couldn't care less about diamonds. That is because they're unnecessarily expensive. Not to mention the concept of blood diamonds is undoubtedly a thing. Some even claim that the diamond market is unregulated and too risky. So the millennials are right about this one. And number 15, keep up with the Joneses. As Dr. Seuss said, those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. Pleasing other people that don't even care about you is just a colossal waste of money, time, and energy. All of which are precious resources that can be used for better purposes. Just mind your own business, continue the hard work, and you'll be successful in no time. By then, other people will try to impress you and you can just show them this video. Alright, that's our list for today. We hope you learned so much stuff. Let us know in the comments your thoughts and if there are some things that you want to add to this list. Feel free to write them too so that other viewers and we will continue to expand our knowledge. Join us again next time here in Millionaire Mindset for another round of tips in achieving your financial freedom. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.